Hi, I'm Mike Bolsinger from the Los Angeles Dodgers, and you're watching LAPX.
We're here at Dodger Stadium where the Cincinnati Reds are playing the Los Angeles Dodgers in the final game of the series. On Tuesday night, Mike Bolsinger got the start for the Dodgers, pitching 5 2/3 innings, allowing 2 runs. He got his first win of the season, though. The final score was 8-2, and I had the opportunity to speak with him about the game and his season so far. How you doing, first of all?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. So the Dodgers got their third win in a row last night.
You know, it feels great. It kind of feels like getting my first win, you know, when I first came up in the big leagues. It's been a long road, and just getting hurt. I've really never experienced something like that, being hurt, and really having to start over again. It's, you know, like I was saying last night, it was almost like that start was my last spring training start and getting ready for the season. It got me over the hump, I think, to start really accelerating this year. So,
how comfortable are you with your pitches?
you know, I'm very comfortable now. You know, my last start, I didn't really feel too comfortable on the mound, pitching-wise. But, you know, yesterday, I think my off-speed pitches has always been something I've been really comfortable with. I've always practiced it through when I was back in college. It's something I take a lot of pride in, and you know, a lot of the older, you know, guys that pitched back in, you know, the 80s, 90s and stuff like that, they always tell me, they remind me of, you know, guys when they were, you know, playing baseball. It's an old school way of pitching. And nowadays you see a lot of guys throwing pretty hard and trying to beat you with the fastball, but, you know, I like to take a different route and use the off-speed pitches. So I've played all through high school and in college, and really my pitching coach in college was the one who taught me about, you know, working on throwing, you know, those off-speed pitches for strikes, you know, not only striking people out, but I think it's a big part of the game. You know, when you're up at this level, you really can't, you fall behind a hitter, and you really can't throw that strike in there like you used to back in high school and get away with it. You have to come up with something that you can really, you know, miss a bat with, or have them get off balance. So, like I said, it's something that I take a lot of pride in. You know, when I go out there and pitch, I want to just pitch as good as I can and leave a good impression. You know, no matter what happens. I think that's something you really can't think about when you're on the field.
So Yasmani Grandal was behind the plate last night. How is he doing?
I mean, I've worked well with Yasmani, you know, and AJ. It's been a while since I've done AJ, but, you know, me and Yasmani, we kind of get each other. You rarely find me shaking him off throughout a game, because I think he really knows what type of pitcher I am and what I like to do in certain counts. So it's very comfortable when you have confidence in your catcher and he's calling the game for you, and you really don't have to call the game yourself. You know, to me, trying to call a game by myself right now, it's just too much pressure, and to have someone who knows the game and, you know, takes the time throughout the day to learn about hitters and find out their weaknesses and see where that plays with you. It's a big part of the game. It takes a lot of pressure off me.
With Ellis and Grandal, what do you say that it's the most difference between the two of them?
To me, their catching styles with me is very similar. I'm an easy pitcher. You know, they know they can always go to the off-speed stuff, and I'll throw it. And to have two good catchers like we do, it's a big confidence booster for the pitchers. If you don't work well with a catcher, it begins to be really hard on you. You know, I really can't explain it. I haven't been around, you know, I've been around a lot of catchers in my life, and, you know, I've been around some bad ones and been around some good ones, but what you see when you're around the bad ones, you know, it just makes the game a lot harder than it needs to be. And, you know, the game's already hard as it is to pitch up here, especially in the big league. But when you have two good catchers who have the knowledge for the game and knowledge for your opponent, it just makes it so much easier for you to pitch, and that's all you have to focus on, instead of, you know, having to focus on all these other, you know, aspects. You know, you just have to focus on the catcher and basically where to throw it and what they're calling. So it makes it very easy.
So a pitcher is as good as the defense behind him. There were no errors by the Dodgers last night.
You know, when you have an infield like we do, like Gonzalez, Turner, Seager, you know, Howie, Utley, you know, you don't have to go out there and strike everyone out. You know, you can have the guys put the ball in play, and I mean, there's times when people will get a ground ball hit off me and I won't even look at it where it goes. I just know I can walk back to the dugout and, you know, that play just got made. But they just make it really easy for you. There's so much talent on the field with us. not only are the catchers making it easy, but now you got the defense making it even more easy for you. So it takes a lot of pressure off you where you can really just concentrate on pitching.
So with Kenta Maeda scoring runs and Clayton Kershaw getting hits and sliding into the bases, has that had an influence on you and your offense?
I mean, my offense is pretty bad right now. I really haven't even swung a bat since spring training, since I hurt my oblique. But to watch them go out there and do what they do, especially Kershaw, the way he swings the bat and the way he plays the game. I mean, he plays like a position player, and he's never taken a break at anything. When he's pitching, he's 100% in a game. And he was a big influence on me last year, just watching him play, and it really made me want to be, like him, even though that's very difficult. But if I can be just a fraction of him, and the way he goes about his business on the field, I know I'd be a pretty good and successful pitcher up here in the big leagues. So,
from Dodger Stadium, this is Claudia Gestro for the LA Post-Examiner.